Hi, so today I want to talk about an article that I read last week, which is about busyness and the fact that these days it's actually become very fashionable to spend a lot of time saying how busy we are. And I think that's a real shame that nowadays that if you're not busy, somehow it equates to laziness, because in actual fact it's totally and utterly the opposite. Not being busy can actually open doors for so many things, and having nothing to do can be a good thing. We spend a lot of time, particularly for parents, taking our children to ballet classes and this and that and all sorts of other things. Now, that isn't always that healthy for them. It actually is very important as a child to spend time being bored. And I myself was bored often as a child, as I'm sure you were too. But what happened next? What happened after the boredom? Well, generally, it could take a couple of hours sometimes, particularly as a teenager, but generally what happened next was creativity. At some point you'd have to think to yourself, well, okay, nobody's going to rescue me from this boredom, so I'm going to have to come up with something to do. As a very, very dear friend of mine once said, she used to love it when her children turned around and announced they were bored. And she would turn around to them and say, fantastic, that's great. Now you have to use your imagination, because boredom is where creativity and imagination sits. So what I want you to do this week is to actually embrace the idea of nothing to do. Look at your diary. Put in spaces, whether it's just an hour or half a day or whatever it is, but put in spaces and actually schedule in nothing to do, and then do nothing. Take that time to just sit and be bored and deal with whatever it is that comes up in your head, and there'll be all sorts of things that will come up. You're going to have demons coming up saying, you're being lazy, you're meant to be doing something, you're meant to be busy. Just sit with them and see what else happens. You'll be absolutely amazed at what the mind will come up with if it's given the chance to. Because if we are constantly telling people how busy we are, and we're too busy for this and we're too busy for that, then what we're actually saying is we have no time. And by saying we have no time, how are you ever going to have time to do all those things that you want to do? So by changing the thought process and actually getting rid of the busy in our heads, we actually are giving ourselves time. And when we start giving ourselves time, doors will open and things will start happening, and time will be created and our time management will actually improve. So I just want to leave you with a quote by W.H. Davis, which is, "A poor life this is, but full of care, we have no time to stand and stare." So this is me, Pure Tara, taking time to stand and stare and be a little bit bored. Have a good week. Bye.